the warrant. All right. Okay. Call meeting to order, 7 p.m. First item on the agenda is the warrants. I'd like to move that we accept payroll number 102 for $1,885.96. Second,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the warrant for accounts payable number 103 for $11,077.00. What a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I move that we accept the select board meeting minutes of May 6th. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay. Citizens issues, do we have any? Are you a citizen tonight? Okay,
No issues that I know
good, it's a quiet night. Roads.
of. We got FEMA. Estimates for. Leaving both colorways. Randy. And still has to patch the culvert on. Post Office Road. Have you seen what it looks like? No, since Jack's been down there. Yeah, but Jack, I think, moved the cones out of the way, and you wouldn't know it's there, but I don't know the structural issue. Wow, that's
Where are you talking about?
Post Office Road down the hill from April's. The concrete culvert has a hole in it. That's why they put the plastic one inside it.
Is that the Squam Creek one? One,
Yeah, but
Like-
not the causeway, the one
yeah,
bottom 82.
yeah.
Well, the hole in the concrete is during one of the heavy rains, the dirt lost into the culvert, the concrete one.
Okay.
Between the concrete and the plastic culvert that slid up in there,
Oh,
so it created a hole. So he's gonna dig it down and put a piece of sheet metal over it, and backfill it,
okay.
and that will last as long as. The patch will last as long as the rest of it's gonna last.
Great. Good.
Stone cleanup's about done. He's gonna take his trailer around, get some big wood, take it to the dump. Jack started grading today, and I'm hoping to get some coal patch down here tomorrow night, maybe. So we can start soul patching the paved town roads here
Okay.
shortly. Preliminary, very preliminary. Phase 3 costs. Around $650 to do. The main road from West Shore Road down. And the lower end of West Shore Road,
How much did you say again? 6?
about $650. That's a little more than we discussed when we started the road improvement program, but. I think we'll realize. The way the costs going up, that I think it would be wise to do.
And Jeff, you had talked about possibly, financial.
Wicked plans.
Yeah.
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 So you're saying from, which part of the main road are we? From the west end of the West Shore Road. Okay. All the way to the end of the hot top, down to Harriman Point. But not from the upper end to West Shore to lower end, so that section we wouldn't be touching at this time. Okay. So from the lower end of West Shore.
Is that because it's just worse?
No.
Or just because of money?
That's all main roads right there, just main.
Yeah.
So. And then also then the lower part of West Shore Road? Yes, from the main road into Red Gate Lane. Okay. And that would be grinding it and starting from scratch, basically. Because the more you can give me for specifics, I can put it into the minutes. Yeah. And we've got that noted. Some of the culverts fine, some need to be changed. That's included in the ballpark of $650. That's the part that I haven't got.
On these roads that you're talking about paving?
Yes.
Okay.
That's about what we're looking at, and I thought it was gonna be more than that. So I think it'd be wise, but it all depends what people wanna do. Is that that's the asphalt portion, or does that include also the,
That's prep work,
okay,
the asphalt and the shoulder afterwards.
okay.
Same package that we done the last two.
Good, yeah, but that actually is, at this point, sounds pretty good to me.
Well, and that's to me too, because, you know, next year could be 725, and the same thing.
Yeah.
But I don't wanna speak from, you know, the townspeople.
But we gotta, part of what we gotta tell them is gonna be how to finance, what's it's actually gonna cost when you put the financing in. And we can do that. Just needed to have some time to put that together.
Yeah, so that's a preliminary number for you to start with, and. You know, I don't see it going over that, it would be under, if anything, I'm trying to keep things on the high side.
Right.
So if that gets approved and we don't use it all, well, we just.
Well, there's always someplace when it comes to roads, you could do that too.
Either way.
Yeah.
So again, getting in the weeds on this, but if we were to go out to, town meeting approves it. So we were to go out to bid in July. Would we be looking at doing it this year, or would we be looking at doing it next spring?
What I prefer to see done is the prep work, the culverts and ditching done this year.
Mhm.
And then do the paving in late May, early June, just like we did the last time. And I think that gives the culverts anything new,
Settle.
where to go, you
Yep.
know, when the frost was saying.
Mhm. That makes sense.
We can address anything then, if we see a problem,
Right.
and then. It's you. know, It's where. 75% of the coal patch is gonna be done, it's all in each section of the road, I think. I mean, the Upper West Shore Road, the east by Heel Pond. They all need coal patch, but. Those two roads there. Consume a lot.
When you first started your report, you said the FEMA estimate for paving both causeways. That's just to
That's
put a
just-
protective layer,
It's
just to fix it, right?
What-
What happened with, yeah, okay, the January storm, yeah. Okay.
As I've said, knowing that we got. Engineering and grant money and a lot pending on the causeways. I'm cautious to spend too much money, 'cause
Right.
any money we spend down there. This point will just be. Money.
Yeah. But, yeah, we gotta keep them alive until that happens.
Right, you know, we'll how long that'll be.
Exactly.
That's why I like having. Like the DOT money, sitting there in case we ever had a disaster.
Yeah.
January could have very easily been. We breached, even more than causeway.
Yeah.
Well, with the estimates, we wanted to get that into our package of costs. For reimbursement for FEMA. I assume we still, yeah, the window is still open.
Thanks. Jason, I got it right here if you want to call
Well, I think we should do that and try to get this to Jason, and if I give me a copy, I can scan it and send it to Jason. Because I think we want to have a chat and just kind of go through where, do we have everything? And are we ready then to submit?
Yeah, I knew last time I talked to him, that's all he was waiting on was him.
If we have the estimates of how much time you put in, we have the estimates on the volunteers, the fire departments will put in, if Jason's got all that. Then,
Yep. I don't wanna part with these, but if you wanna scan
just make a photo, we can make a photocopy at the end of the meeting, that's all I need.
I think that's
them.
it,
Over it now.
yeah.
Oh, what else? And showing up. Second week of June, the softball room,
Okay.
in 3 days. Softball room done, I'm done, looking down at the shore.
Yeah, we had, at our work session, we had somebody sort of come in and we were complaining a little bit about, so we explained why the large rocks and, what happened and that you were on it and that you planned on.
Like to do something with that, but anything I do there until we get done is gonna.
Right. Right.
Want to dig that up and get the room.
Well, I explained it to her, so hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm happy to live down there myself, I understand,
Yeah.
just trying.
So I think Jeff also explained that the trucks were going down there during those real muddy weeks when they shouldn't have, so that didn't help.
No, and that was really, because. Plus, the problem is pre-existing,
Right,
trucks didn't help.
that, exactly,
And now, it's running on, thank you for it now.
right.
Well, that's cobblestone road.
Thanks, Jim. Okay, next item, proposal and plan for Baker Road boundary monuments.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so we have a proposal from Carl Olson, surveyor who was responsible for the town surveys of the Big Root. And we talked with Carl and Jim last week at part of our workshop about what we can do with Baker Road. One of the things we hear now frequently from anyone we're talking about enforcing the boundary is that there needs to be something that they can see.
Visual.
Can see visually. And so though we did make the point of having the GPS coordinates marked, so if someone has a GPS reader, they can see exactly where the line is. Most people don't. Therefore, we need something physical. And we've been coached on that by our attorneys. And I heard that last week from the attorney representing the Greenleafs, is that he's not going to push or pressure his clients to move anything because he doesn't know where the boundary is. He can't see it. And so we don't get any help from him trying to make sure his clients are on their own property, not on the town. So given all that, we've talked about an approach for putting in monuments for the survey that would clearly indicate the boundary of the road running from the border of the adjoining lot down to 144. And to do that, the plan would be to excavate down to ledge, possibly drilling from there, but we want to be able to anchor a sonotubes down in the ground so that they're solid, and then put in what's been proposed is a 1-inch rebar, 1-inch dimension rebar down into the ground to
Prevent the,
to make it very clear, but also to make it very, more difficult.
could
to
just
remove.
pull out the, yeah.
We've had the problem when we put in pipes in 2019, they disappeared. So along with that, we also will be, well, let me just say first off with the surveyor's proposal. The outlines of this would be, he's estimating that it would be between 8 and 16 hours of field work to do this part, and his rate is $160 an hour. In addition to that, he's looking to the town to do the actual excavation work and the concrete work. And so they're looking to Jim as a road commissioner to take responsibility for organizing that. So we have the costs from Carl Olson for his surveying expertise and work. Because part of what's important is these have to be legal monuments. They have to be something that's certified by a surveyor. And that's why his role is so critical. But then on top of that, and just roughly, the range of this is going to be somewhere between $1,900 to well over $3,000, close to $4,000, just for the surveying portion of this. Against that is what we're facing is continuing series of legal things every time we want to take action to get the structures removed. It will cost us, and we have the possibility of getting refunded, getting the return of that cost from the court, from the Greenleafs, but it's not by any means a slam dunk. And so we've learned that exercising our rights through the courts is not as easy or straightforward as we thought. So we think with the monuments, this will actually cut down on the need for legal costs. And with the monuments being clear, we can then take action to exercise our property rights and have it be seen clearly by everyone that we're taking things out of the road and not off the Greenleaf property. So I'd like to propose, or I guess is there discussion on that proposal?
What are you gonna propose?
I propose that we plan to go ahead and do this work and bill the cost to our legal fees budget. We appropriated money to cover this rather than spending money on lawyers. Let's
True.
spend it on putting physical monuments in
Yeah.
place. So I'd like to, it's a move that we authorize this.
We do.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll second.
All in favor?
Favor? Aye.
Okay. And then, what you see Carl saying is it wants to coordinate the time, needs a little bit of, heads up. But when you're ready, let's schedule.
Yeah, I'll talk to Carl and, see if we can't line something up and,
Gotta coordinate with the sheriff's office also.
Right.
Yeah, they'll be looking for, a couple of days notice. If it's gonna be a couple hours, they're definitely looking for a couple of days notice.
Oh, yeah. So,
So they may weigh in with just a feasible schedule too. And I also will then, tomorrow send in, this proposal to the lawyer, just to make sure they don't see an issue with this. Okay.
Yeah, that's important.
Good.
Okay, assessor's agent position. Background. We had sent out an RFP, which was due back. We actually opened them last week at our meeting. Only got one proposal, and that was from our current assessor's agent. We began looking because he let us know that he was going to be running for an office and he might not be doing assessing anymore. So we took it upon ourselves to seek out some other professional help. And the only proposal we got was his. And it was for the 6 months leading up to his appointment in this position. I guess he's running unopposed, so it's probably a given that he's gonna get it. So his proposal covered that. It was 22,900, was it? On the street, 22,000. It was for 6 months.
Yeah, just under 20, effectively under about 45,000 per year.
Yeah,
So
right,
half of
right,
45,000.
well, it's 22.5, anyway. So that's kind of where we're at with this, currently. We've been in touch, we actually, met with an assessing agent, last Thursday. Had a nice conversation with him, went back and came back to us and said that he spoke with his associates and they just felt like they couldn't take it on this point in time. And what we're finding is the wrong time of year to look for an assessing agent because they're all very busy this time of year, starting April 1st. So it's not looking promising. We still have some more people we can reach out to and call. But that's where we're at this point. Is there anything you want to add in terms of?
I think just to say we've got a couple of things. Well, it would be the negotiate
Right,
with on something that would get us through the summer into the fall. And so we reached something that's a mutually acceptable agreement.
Right.
For what to do. And, but at the same time, we have a long-term need. And part of what we did in talking with, this other assistant agent on Thursday was heard more of a different model for doing assessing, which is really to do the revaluation kind of as you go. So to do, in a sense, all the properties, not just every 10 years, but make sure you're doing them as, you know, a portion of them each year.
Yeah,
It means a higher cost per year, but it also means you don't then have that big balloon cost of doing a full bore reassessment. So it's a different model. We hadn't looked at doing it that way, but that's an opportunity for us as we talk to the companies. Because we need somebody after Evan gets elected to kind of commissioner.
right.
Uh,
And the difficulty that layers over all of this is that we're so not caught up with our evaluations, compared to what the state says we should. So we're off, what are we like, at 70, last year, 73%. So that causes its own set of problems for us, in terms of the closer we are to 100%, the closer we get back 100% from the state in terms of reimbursement for homestead exemption and veterans, right?
Mhm.
So it hurts us financially not to have our properties evaluated to where to current day numbers. And it's just every year that this doesn't happen, we're just getting further and further behind. And last year we factored up across the board, but that's not ideal either. So it's just like it's a compounded problem. It's just another thing in Maine that people have trouble getting assessors agents, code enforcement officers, plumbing inspectors. It's just you can't get people. There's not enough. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. So that's definitely to be continued. Hopefully, we can talk to Evan this week coming up, maybe Thursday.
You wanna ask him where to go Thursday?
Yeah, I'll ask him. Yeah, anything else on that?
No, but you also just the segue into the next topic.
Yeah, okay. Certified ratio discussion with Maine Revenue Service.
Yeah.
So.
Back to the point about our valuations. Each year, the Maine Revenue Service does a sales analysis for all the towns all around the state. And they adjust them with their estimate of the valuation of each town and with the overall state valuation of properties. When they did the assessment for us for sales that had taken place through June of 2022, they saw that we were, and they put this, that they were generous to us, that the sales showed that we were at really about 73% to the actual valuation. Our assessments were at 73% to the sale price of properties. And again, in the detail, actually it gets worse, that we were closer to around 69% for waterfront properties. So if someone sold a waterfront property for $100,000, we probably only had it assessed at 69. That's kind of the difference.
Yeah.
So what they then force us to do is say, you declare what you think your certification, your ratio is. And that's as Lisa said, they won't fully reimburse us for things like tree growth expenses, for the homestead exemptions. They would, rather than getting 100%, we get 73%. So we'd be losing money. What I pitched in talking to this person was that, well, we did this factoring last year. So, since the values they looked at, we've made a major increase, adding 22%. And he said, okay, and looked at it some more and said, well, it doesn't quite get you to 100% by her math, but it gets us closer, maybe 95%, maybe 97%. So from the standpoint is it's likely unless we can pull some type of rabbit out of the hat, that we're gonna be, forced to declare a certified ratio of less than 100%, but not 73. Something that's higher, so we will still get the benefit of most of the state money. But it isn't like we're gonna be able to get 100%. We're gonna need to make further changes. And that's again, an action item for us, working with a professional assessor, certified assessor, to see how we can do that. In a way, and try to make ourselves whole again.
Yeah.
So I'll continue that discussion with Maine Revenue Services. and
Okay,
see-
see if I can get Evan to come on Thursday to talk with us. Okay, next item under correspondence, still rebuilding together, proposed presentation. Do what? This. Yeah. This organization based on Booth Bay Peninsula, Meg Skidmore actually recommended this person contact us that Westport Island might be interested. They're expanding their focus to all of Lincoln County. They provide assistance to residents in repairs, fixes to home for people in need, unable to do it themselves. They're also interested in new members, volunteers. So they were thinking of possibly coming and doing a presentation to the select board at a select board meeting with Helping Hands attending as well. So that is what we're considering. I personally can't imagine that it would hurt to have them come and present something to us. Let me see why we would consider that. They're looking to help people. Would we not want to? So, okay.
So we
So make a motion that we,
invite them.
yes, let's see, I'm just get the right name. Sally Barter, that's the person who would do the presentation, rebuilding together, right? All right, so I move that we agree to ask Sally Barter from Rebuilding Together, Lincoln County, come and do a presentation for possibly helping residents on Westport Island. Second,
Second,
all in favor?
all right,
Aye. Aye. Right. Oh, goodness. Let's talk about the plan for our public informational meeting on warrants and ordinances prior to. So as of right now, we have 2 meeting dates scheduled next week, the 21st and the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. That will be held at the town hall. And what we will be doing is presenting will be the ordinances new and the changes to our existing ordinances that we are going to be proposing for town meeting. And also we will be talking about specific, I guess, warrant items that need a little bit of public information out there for things that we want to do, such as work on the town hall, the right landing, possibly the tree work there. What was the other thing?
well, also just maybe talking a bit about our revale system,
Oh, yeah.
because we have different ways of doing a revale, and that's partially to kind of discuss that.
So what we were starting to do was put money aside for the reval, which I think last year we only did like $10,000. Where did I see that it was like $282,000 for?
Well, which
Oh,
they're spending that much money for their revale,
reval. I mean, it's,
but they haven't done one for 14 years.
yeah,
You know,
right, well,
shape.
by the time we do, it'll be 12 years.
Well, we can change the Google.
Yeah,
The other thing to discuss would be.
Yep.
Check people's pulse.
Okay, sure. Yep.
Going on top.
Yeah, it's kind of like the big money items that are, I guess, some would be more, what's the word? Not negotiable, but, not necessary, but would be nice, like, to do. The roads are not that optional, that's the word I want to say. But anyway, so that again, April will have it on the calendar. I think her newsletter goes out tomorrow. No, the 15th, her newsletter goes out, so it'll be, the information will be in there. And then eventually we'll have the ordinances up on the website so people can read them. I don't know if I'll have copies there. I think we have to make copies for the town meeting for the ordinances, but I don't want to kill too many trees doing that. If we can get it up on the website, so. Yeah, I think that's all for that. Yeah,
I think on that. Ordinarily, we would also do the bulk notice in the newspaper, notifying them that there is this public information session going on
oh goodness, what's the due date on those?
tomorrow. So we need to put it together and put it in the paper. So I'd like to
Okay.
propose, I just think we should have done this, it should be kind of standard when we do something that's,
Yeah, I know, yeah, well, and it's a special, yeah,
it's a special thing. We want people to come out. We
okay.
want to say people know. Yeah, so we need to put that in the paper.
Okay.
And so we do that. Does that have to be huge, but let's do a public notice in Lincoln County News for that. But all the other things we got to do too, and whatever we do with
Whatever,
the Facebook.
as much information, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I don't do that, we can post it as many different ways, yeah.
If we kind of go down the list of things though that we want to talk about, so I will take responsibility with the town hall committee for proposal for the town hall. Because we met Saturday and we talked about what we'd like to propose. So in addition to the things the select board has suggested they want to divide off, we'd like to do have the front of the building, the siding repaired and the painting redone.
Yeah.
So it's, but I think Right Landing talked to Richard about to put together what they'd like to pitch for the tree, the wooded area, Right Landing. So that's a piece. For the ordinances, I guess the ordinance review committee, you've got some
We're
materials.
meeting tomorrow, actually, whoever's gonna come to sort of go over the attorney comments and tighten everything up. John, I didn't get a chance to read them yet. John Henderson, who's here, had emailed me. I guess they're doing sort of like a cover explanation of each of the ordinances, the hows and whys of how it got. And then I guess I'll see who on the committee is willing to come to the meetings and help us out in explaining the ordinances and how we got there.
So we'll have something that then could be, I guess, questions, can we just bring that material with us? Do we post it on the website, let people know that this information is available?
Well, I figured after tomorrow, once the committee meets and we talk about these lawyer comments and we have the final drafts, then at that point we kick those to with your cover letters, and we can kick those to April and get them up on the website. And then, that what you wrote, which I haven't read yet, would probably be just helpful, for people to in normal English to understand, the gist of the ordinance, correct? That was your intention?
Yeah, just give them a quick warning, change them,
Right,
what is the short form?
right,
So,
right.
the two ordinances other than L 2003 are very quick readings. So I didn't say one here.
Yeah, right, because that's a big one, yeah.
questions I had, one is, can you send out an email like she does? Uh,
Yeah, like a separate, she was gonna include it in the newsletter, I believe, which goes out Wednesday, the 15th. Usually when she does it, but I don't think she sent the draft yet to us. Well,
Why couldn't we treat this as a special?
well, we can, we don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
If people don't mind getting an email from,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure she can send out an email to me,
Yeah.
on Tuesdays.
Mhm.
And,
No, it can't hurt, it can't hurt.
Right. I think Jen's gonna be big real meetings. Once I see what's on the agenda.
Yeah.
It's, then we can do our thing with this. Now, the second question is, how do you want to handle the presentation of 2003? I guess.
Who's you all? You mean? When you say you all, who do you mean?
It's like,
No, I figured it would be more the committee that does it, because we know it best. Yeah, that definitely, because you're most familiar with the work on that, and then, I can do the other two, or, the rest of it, depends on if anybody wants to come and.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
So, Tuesday,
Tuesday, okay,
so it should be. So.
good,
So similar time,
okay,
for the scheduling, like. Is that. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, well, I think that, yeah. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. But, well,
All roads to the end,
but I think,
keep everything
yeah,
right.
but I, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Have you got something put together that we could, give to April to write up, something that we should be ready in hard copy for?
What?
What you talked about.
well, I think if we just put in. Proposal for, new phase of paving, people know what that means, they know it means money, we don't tell them where though, so they'll have to come and find out. Well, if they watch our meetings, they'll know. But I don't know if we.
Yeah,
It's just, it's like a little,
We were talking again about the road maintenance budget and what you're planning for that. So I think that's again, trying to be clear and it says what's going on. The harder thing is figuring out the financing. So I can take a stab at that maybe with Ashley about what that would be, because some of that can be financed with the cheap money that we got from a year ago lined up. But it will need more.
right, I don't know what the numbers look like if we could. Raise and appropriate X amount of dollars this town meeting. So we're only borrowing.
Yeah, one of avoiding.
It's the staggering, so. It's a long.
well, we have to figure that out, right?
No, I'll write up something.
Yeah, it's a little more,
Yeah, I was hoping I'd be writing something up about the.
I know,
Yeah,
we don't even know how that's gonna play out yet, so.
Don't wanna put any more wait, but if you came with some, we did raise, 150 at town meeting, borrow the rest. Had 3 payments this.
Right.
2 payments this, so, this, going, this is gonna be over 3 years, 3 years. People might accept it if they
Right, know what it's,
know.
how it's gonna affect them, right?
Stretch it out longer, it's gonna be before we get into the next phase on
Yeah,
those 2 right there, really they're the worst by far, in my mind. I mean, the other part of East Shore Road. The part by Heels Causeway. Not Stella, they're not like that too.
yeah.
Is one of you, or one of you want to come see the meeting and have one we can go on?
Okay.
Moderator? That usually,
Well, but. Yeah, yeah,
and we'll need somebody
I
to
think-
just set up and run the,
yeah. I guess, oh, you're not gonna be here. Well, that's right. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we'll have like, the folks that are willing to speak to the group, sit up in the front. Obviously, right? And I can just introduce everybody that's there and you can start it out. We can put it on the Alice this way, right? People can watch it.
I was hoping I could, there may be, hopefully there will be somebody else from the town hall committee there, but if the worst case, I was thinking I would at least be on the other.
Oh, okay. That means, okay, you have to bring your computer then.
Yeah, like we may have 5 people, we may have.
No clue, right. Well, we gotta do it twice. So the first time is our dress rehearsal. Okay. Next item on the agenda. We have a request for a town hall rental. Application, it's celebration of life for D Dow. I think. So
When is it?
expected, June 23rd, expected number of people 50 to 100. Cycling in and out, that's what it says.
I suspect that estimate's low.
Yeah, I know, I do too. Aw. Yeah, so, I move that we accept this, town hall rental application for the celebration of life for D Dow on June 23rd. Second,
The second,
all in favor?
aye,
Aye,
yeah, so we approved.
yes. Next item. There's an application for a catering permit. This one is, let's see. Legal name is Smoke This LLC, doing business as Bucks Naked Barbecue. This is for an event, I'm assuming this is the Starbucks in 1181 Main Road? Yes, okay. The event is a rehearsal dinner for a wedding rehearsal. It is on May 31st from 3:30 to 9:30. Requesting party for your catering services. No individual. Let's see. Number of persons attending 40. It's indoor, small barn on the property used for hosting events. No dancing. Sorry. It's. You have, all right, so I move that we, I know we have to do discussion.
I'd like to look at it.
Yeah, I know, so I was just gonna say then, discussion. I don't wanna say that we. Accept it, put it off. I think it's just that last page is for us.
Okay, so this is, the end of the month, May 31st.
Yeah. Usually April is here and she has the lowdown and the background on these things and she tells us the hows and whys. And then she says, just sign it.
Well, this is, partially, it looks like they're gonna need, parking is less of an issue for people. So I don't see any impact
Yeah.
to the town, again, they've got the facility. Yep. Okay,
Okay,
so you wanna move again?
I will. Move that we, set the application for a catering permit. From Smoke This LLC, doing business as Buck's Naked Barbecue for May 31st at Starbucks Inn from 3:30 to 9:30.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Right.
Aye. Okay. Well, I know we have this minutes, but do that later. And I have to sign something else, Chipus. Okay. Okay, last but not least, and very important, decision on the phone system for the town office. Background on that. Ashley and April have been talking about new phone system in the office forever, and it's finally come down to, last week we discussed it at our meeting. Ashley had provided some information about the two companies, Spectrum and Consolidated. The problem now is we have a company called Windstream that's been doing our phone service, and the last bill we got, oh, I think it was $800 or $900. Yeah, and no letter of explanation, no, oh, your rates are gonna go up, nothing. So now we really have to make a decision because they're charging us this ridiculous amount. Waiting for him to chime in. Phones.
Okay, yeah, no.
Phones.
We're-
But I already know what I,
So, yeah, again, we're going to get off of, Windstream,
yeah,
so that's,
that besides that, with the phone, so if you call in. It doesn't jump to another line, it just rings. The phones themselves or the system is very problematic. They don't have caller ID, so if, let's say they're in here, off hours, but they see somebody that they know they've been waiting to hear from. They can pick up the phone, because they do work here when the office is closed, so. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
so given that, we need to make a change, the options that we could identify were Spectrum and Consolidated as the people providing phone service, in this area. And the scope, that Ashley had determined was, 5 lines. So for the 3 staff offices, 1 for the select board office, and then also a conference room, the conference table area. So we moved 5 lines, and they wanted a digital system to provide services like voicemail, the caller ID and so forth. So those are the minimums. What Ashley got for, estimates, Spectrum was $160 to $200 for the phones and the service. Then with Consolidated, it was about the same ballpark, $170 plus a surcharge fee. But with Consolidated, they wanted us to use their internet, not Spectrum's. And so there was going to be an additional cost of putting in place internet through Consolidated, and then the recurring monthly fee for that, which is $200 a month. So with Spectrum, we already have the internet, we use it anyway, so we don't need to duplicate that. And it's less than the cost, we're paying less than $200 a month for Spectrum for the internet. So I would recommend that we go for, I think it's been Ashley's recommendation is to go with Spectrum. Yeah, I just go for, so I would move that we go and switch our phone service to Spectrum.
I think I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, yay. They will be happy. Okay. If there is nothing else, any legal business? Hmm,
I think the only came up, we just had to discuss what we're gonna try to cover on for next week. What else do we need to do? Oh. Which is really the next week, it's gonna be sidling right into the information sessions,
yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Also, Brian,
The information sessions, good idea?
yeah. I think,
Good.
what does it say up there now? So they just put something up.
I think it's probably regarding the election.
Was.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah,
cleanup,
I'm
that's right.
cleanup. That's what was on there.
That's right, so maybe we could swap that out Saturday after the cleanup, gets done.
Yeah,
Good point, John, that's great. Just something, we'll have maybe some update with regard to Baker Road, next week, maybe not, it depends on. What you can schedule, yeah. And hopefully we'll have something further to talk about with regard to, the assessment.
that's it.
That's it,
Okay, so a motion to adjourn.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye, 7:51. And the recording? Just have the